Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum guys, hope you're all well. And today I will be making Dalgona dessert. And for that, initially I'm going to be starting off with a sugar candy, and then we're going to make a base and then the topping. So yeah, so let's start this day. So we're going to start off with the sugar candy, and for that we need 100 grams of sugar and a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. So let's start this. So we're going to add the sugar in the pan and heat on low. That much. And we're going to melt the sugar. So the sugar is now melting. We're going to melt it until the sugar is fully dissolved.
So keep an eye on the sugar. You don't want to risk overcooking it as well. So as soon as it melts, we are going to take the heat off.
So the lumps are now disappearing, so there's really less lumps left. It's literally all done now. And now I will be adding, heat off, and I'll be adding the baking soda. And we need to mix it really quick, and then I'll show you next. So I've taken the heat off now, and I'm adding the baking soda. And I'm going to mix this, like I said, really quickly, and then transferring it onto a baking paper, like so.
So now I'm adding baking paper to the sugar candy and flattening it with the pan like so.
So let this cool down. Don't remove the top baking paper until it's fully cooled down. Now we're going to do the base. So now we're going to make the base, and for that we need 2 egg yolks, 20 grams of sugar, half a teaspoon of instant coffee, and a quarter teaspoon of vanilla extract.
So just whisk the eggs for 2 to 3 minutes. Now the rest of the ingredients, that's sugar, vanilla extract and the instant coffee. I'm just mixing the ingredients like so, and then I am going to now put the whisk on low speed until all the ingredients are fully combined, and the texture should look like this.
So now we're going to make the meringue, and for that we need 2 egg whites and 30 grams of sugar. So let's do this. So just put in a cloth there, the bowl. So I've whisked this about 15 to 20 seconds, and I'm going to now add half of the sugar. To whisk this again for a little while, and then we're adding the remaining sugar.
I'm whisking this for about 45 seconds or until you see like a thicker texture. So this is the texture that I'm looking for.
So in the egg yolk mixture, I'll be now adding a bit of meringue, and we're going to add this gradually. So like so. A bit more. Oops. I'm going to mix this really gently, guys.
So even though this part of the video looks fast, I was taking my time and I was doing it really gently, so make sure you do the same.
So the remaining meringue, I'm going to add this gradually, and with the help of our spatula I'm going to mix this again very gently. So now I'm adding all the remaining of the meringue. Oops. So now guys, this is done. I will now show you what else to add in this. So with a sieve, going to add 65 grams of plain flour. I'm also adding half a tablespoon of corn flour and a quarter teaspoon of baking powder. There we go. I'm going to sieve all this together. So I'm going to mix this very gently again using my spatula. So now it's ready. This is what the texture should look like, and I'm going to prepare it to go in the oven to bake. So my tray was a bit smaller, so I've added foil underneath just to make it smaller, and I'm adding the mixture now. So that's all in there now. There we go. So I just use the help of a spatula as well, just to even it all out. And yeah, now I'm going to put this in the oven at 180 degrees.
So bake this now, preheat oven 180 Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes. So I forgot to also sprinkle icing sugar on top, so I'm quickly doing that now, about 1 tablespoon.
So back to the sugar candy, and I removed the baking paper once it was cooled down, and now I'm going to just crack this. So some of this I'm going to make as a powder form, and some I'm going to leave for decoration. Going to put this in here. So we need to make this completely powder form, like so, and we're just going to leave it just a tiny bit for decoration.
So just make sure that you don't leave the sugar candy in a warm place, because there could be a risk that it could melt and become hardened. We did leave it in a dry place, but it was more cooler, so yeah.
Okay, so now we're making the cream topping, and for that we need 400 grams of double cream, 250 grams of mascarpone cheese, and you can get this from any superstores, and about 80 grams of icing sugar and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I had it in the oven for about 20 minutes, and I'm going to leave it to cool down now, and then I will assemble it.
So back to the topping, I'm adding the cream cheese, the vanilla extract and icing sugar as well, and just mixing that really well.
I'm going to just make a little section, and I'm going to now add double cream, 400 milliliters. It's got measuring thing there, so jobs are good in. So I'm just going to give this a little mix and then I'm going to whisk it. So I'm just going to get my whisker now.
So whisk this until soft peaks.
And this is done now, guys. So now I'm going to assemble this. So with a cutter, I mean, it depends on your own what you're going to use. I'm going to use a glass, so just doing. So guys, this is black coffee, and to be honest, my hand's given up now, so my husband's going to be taking over. Please also, if you are watching, do dua continuously for us, please. Yeah, so my husband's going to be taking over now.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Saila's any video is not complete without me.
Oh yeah.
So there you go. I'm in back in action. So ये जो coffee, black coffee Saila ने mix की है. It's basically boiling hot water with little bit of coffee. इससे हम जो है sponge इसको we're just gonna put some coffee on top just to give it a taste.
Adding the cream topping in a piping bag, and you can use any nozzle, but we used Wilton 1M.
So I've got cream in the piping bag and I'm going to put cream on top of this. Now I will put the candy, sugar candy, which Saila made earlier on. It's basically just we're going to layer it up with this and then cream on top, and on top the powder we made with this sugar candy for decoration.
So giving it its final touches, and how amazing does this dessert look, like literally.
So on top of that, these big flakes of sugar candy which we made, it's gonna put 2-3 as for decoration, and our dessert is ready. Dalgona dessert. Please do try it and do let us know what do you think about this. I'm gonna decorate some other. I've got 2 more cups here which I'm gonna decorate differently. Inshallah, I'll show you them once they are ready.
So we thought we'd jazz it up a little bit by adding chocolate in one of them. The other one we added a cake piece in the middle, which gave it a brilliant texture.
So if you want to give it to somebody or portion size, you can decorate it like this in any plastic or glass containers, and inshallah they will like it.
So what an amazing treat to give your family and friends on Eid or any occasion.
There you go, guys, Dalgona dessert. I hope you've enjoyed the recipe. Please subscribe, press the bell button, share, comment, do it all, and inshallah I will see you next time. Allah Hafiz.